We're now joined by the Samosa Caucus member, or is it fifth? Sixth member of the Samosa Caucus, a term coined by Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy. Suhas, congratulations on winning from Virginia. First things first. How does it feel to be on the Capitol in mix of all the national politics?
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, I feel great. I've got a great district. It's a very important district. It has a lot on the line this coming Congress with so many federal workers and rising costs for families. And so I'm looking forward to getting to work. And so far, so good.
I've obviously known you for so many years now. Just out of curiosity, how does it feel like? I mean, we were talking, the other day as well, but just in terms of just to get a feel of how different is this office from the offices you've held before?
Well, all government offices are very important. So, the local governments, I haven't been in local government, I've been in state government, but the local governments, they do all your zoning. I get asked a lot about, zoning for single family homes or traffic lights, and I refer them to our local government. So, but, at the state legislature level, we did a lot of great things. And, we had jurisdiction over education, and I did a lot of education bills, gun violence prevention, and it's Virginia specific, but still very important. Congress, though, what I found is that, everyone's paying attention to you. The light is on you, and everything you say and do, certainly people pay attention. So, I think it's a different feeling to understand that, my actions are being watched and people, it's affecting the entire country and sometimes the entire world.
Okay. When we met during the campaigning season, you were obviously campaigning for yourself and, Vice President Kamala Harris. We've got Trump, who's elected as the president now. The inauguration is coming up. What can people expect from Trump 2.0? Like, what have the conversations in your party about Trump 2.0?
I have no idea. My best guess is yours. I think Trump 2.0 will be unpredictable. I didn't see Greenland coming. I didn't see, he campaigned as someone who was going to be a peaceful president. And then in his first press conference, he says he's going to send troops to Panama and Greenland, right? So it's just, you just don't know with him. I think the one thing you do know is that he'll, say and do things to get attention and get press and distract from the issues. And so we'll see what happens.
Actually, a couple of weeks ago, a lot of Indian Americans were on, they were online hatred against them, especially the ones who come here, work here. What would you tell your constituents? What would you tell, people from India who are working here on visas and as such, and, who were basically, called out names, including, I remember Congressman Sri Thanda was even asked to go back to India. Mm-hmm. So, how do you see all this playing up?
Yeah, I've gotten some of that too. I did my swearing in on a Bhagavad Gita because I'm Hindu, and talked about my mother immigrating from India, and I got those same kinds of comments. People saying to go back to where you came from. You're not a real American. I would just say that's unfortunately people are vocal now about their bigotry, but I'm not going to let it stop me. Certainly, if anything, I'm going to let it motivate me, and so. I would also say that for those people who are attacked or for those who hold H-1B visas or, immigrants generally, I've got your back. And I know a lot of other people in Congress do as well.
Okay. One last question before I let you go. What are your top priorities in this Congress?
Yeah, a couple of things. One, I want a strong economy locally here in Virginia. That means protecting our federal workforce and agencies. It also means lowering costs for families. And then, a good economy around the world. So having economic diplomacy is what I like to do. I don't like wars. I like economic development because that works for everybody. And trade relationships are important too. And, another thing is just making sure our families and our communities are safe. I've done a lot on gun violence prevention and immigration. People are talking a lot about the border. I want to talk more about how we get a path to citizenship for H-1B workers, how we can get more H-1B workers here, H-2B as well, a lot of other programs. There's a lot of legal immigrants here who deserve a path to citizenship, and then we have to address undocumented immigrants too.
I said last question, but just one more question popped up. Would you be reaching out to Dodge and willing to be working with Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk?
I'm happy to work with them. I'm happy to. The thing is, It depends on what their project is, because I'm not quite clear yet. So I'm on the committee that's going to be implementing Doge, and I might even be on the subcommittee on Doge. And so I'm all for it if it's all about making sure we make government better and more efficient, making sure we reduce fraud, waste, and abuse, and even cutting some spending. Like, I'm okay with that. But if it's about firing federal workers because Trump didn't like that federal workers didn't do his bidding, if it's about moving federal agencies to red states to reward them for voting for him, that's un-American, and I'm going to fight that all the way. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what Doge is.
All right. Thank you, Congressman. This is Congressman Subramanyam. I mean, he has been a topic of conversation in India, and he is looking forward to joining, some of his, counterparts here at the Congress. This is Rohit Sharma.